Hey everybody, what's up? Gonna be doing a little bit of a different video today. Gonna be addressing the kind of addressing the controversy around Finn Wolfhard, and also kind of addressing this thing that I just found. Only 262,000 views, so not the general population hasn't. Sounds really weird to say. Whoa. Trying to start this video off a little lighthearted, but it's gonna get a little dark, so bear that in mind. I'm gonna be addressing the controversy, but mainly gonna be talking about this guy. So, around the controversy, I think it's just complete bullshit. Finn comes out of his hotel, or he's going into his hotel. I think he comes out of his hotel. He's going somewhere. Maybe he's coming back. I don't know the entire scenario, but regardless of which of those happened, fans were like waiting outside for him, and they asked him to take like a picture or sign an autograph, and he just like walked past. And people are mad at him about this for some reason. I don't think I should have to explain why that's bullshit, but he doesn't owe you anything. Just because he was in a TV series that you like, a Netflix series that you like, doesn't mean that he owes you anything. You didn't make him. Somebody said like, we're the fans, we made you. No, you fucking didn't. The person who cast him did. With that out of the way, let's get into this video. It's gonna get weird, it's gonna get creepy, it's gonna get borderline illegal, so, oh jeez, let's do it.
Hi, I'm Finn Wolfhard, but you guys probably know me better as Mike Wheeler from Stranger Things. I was born on the...
Okay. First glaring issue that I see here. This voice actor is neither 14 nor Canadian, nor Finn Wolfhard. He's not Finn Wolfhard. Why is he not? This is drawing my life, right? You're drawing his life. He's drawing his life. That's where the first issue comes into sight here. Sorry for the ums. Just a little nervous about this whole concept. It's really creepy. Stop fucking saying dude. You don't want him to come. Oh jeez. So Mike, maybe Richie, but do you know him as Finn? Neither do we, because he's not listed anywhere on here. They don't credit him. They don't follow us on Instagram, tweet us, like us on Facebook, subscribe, Snapchat. Nowhere in here is listed anything about Finn approving this or endorsing this. As far as I know, he didn't tweet anything out about this. As far as I know, he probably knows it exists, but he had nothing to do with it, I'm guessing. And the voice actor's like 30 years old, playing a 14-year-old boy, and that might not sound so terrible on paper, but once you see the content, you're going to change your mind. So let's listen to it for a little bit.
The 23rd of December 2002 in Vancouver, Canada. I have one brother called Nick, who is actually also an actor. Some people think my name Finn is short for something, but it actually isn't. It's just Finn. My name Wolfhard means heart of the wolf in German. I'm actually German, but I'm also French, and I'm also Jewish. So yeah, I have really weird blood, but it's cool.
Okay, that's where the second issue comes into being. So let's take a little listen to that. Pay close attention to what he says at the very end.
My name Finn is short for something, but in German. I'm actually German, but I'm also French, and I'm also Jewish. So yeah, I have really weird blood, but it's cool.
Okay, so here's a tip about voice acting and portraying a real life person. You can't say, yeah, you know, I've got really weird blood, you know. Yeah, I got some really sorry, bump the mic there, but you can't say yeah, I've got really weird blood, but it's cool. You can't do that. And the reason why is it's incredibly, it can sound incredibly rude and disrespectful. It's like, think about this. You're a 14-year-old kid. You're probably pretty comfortable as yourself. I mean, you're willing to put yourself out there as an actor. And you watch this video, you see this guy say, yeah, here's my genetics. I've really weird blood, but it's cool. You really don't call don't call an aspect of somebody else really weird, especially when you're portraying them, especially when you're acting as them, and especially when you have nothing to do with the actual person. You can't just say, yeah, I'm really weird. Yeah, I'm a nerd. I'm kind of a geek. I have really weird blood. Especially that, like, might come off as a little racist too. I have weird blood. You don't call somebody else's aspect. Don't call an aspect of somebody else weird when you're portraying them. It's just, even if you say, but it's cool. It's not. It's not okay to do that. Like, have some respect. Let's continue.
I go to Catholic school in Vancouver, and balancing my education with my career is very important to me. When I'm not on set filming, you'll usually find me in school or learning lines for my next project. I like to just hang out with my friends and family too, and be a normal kid. One of my...
Okay. Here's another issue, not even 20 seconds after that. Here's another issue. He's perpetuating this. I think I didn't tighten this mic all the way down. I'm so sorry about that. But he is perpetuating this myth that child actors are not normal kids by saying, I'm just a normal kid. I understand maybe in this world currently where there's sort of a disconnect between people and actors, but playing a child actor, portraying a child actor as a voice actor, and saying you're just a normal kid, it's really perpetuating that stereotype. It's not even, there's stereotypes are usually have a reason for them, whether that be like race, gender, whatever. This has no reason to be a stereotype. Yes, of course you're a normal kid. You're a kid. You're a normal fucking human being. When you become an actor, they don't take away your skin and give you a fucking morph suit that turns you into anybody you want. They don't give you like a special like Master Chief helmet which like gives you a little Jarvis information in there. That doesn't happen. You're still a normal fucking person. Stop perpetuating this myth that you're not. Stop. I wasn't talking to Finn right there. I'm talking to this guy, Draw My Life, whoever this guy is. Don't perpetuate that myth. That should just fucking go without saying. Of course he's a normal goddamn kid. He's a fucking human. Let's continue. Sorry again. Let's continue.
My other passions is music, and I really enjoy playing the bass and the guitar. Sometimes I even record covers and post them to my social media pages.
Okay, maybe shout out his social media pages. Even though I'm positive that 99% of the, like 90% of people watching this video are already following him on his social media, you should still, like, give him credit. He is the fucking person that you're drawing the life of. You shouldn't... First of all, you should, like, talk to him first. Second of all, you should shout out his fucking social media pages. Oh yeah, I post. Yeah, I can't do a deep voice. Yeah, I post covers on my social media. Next scene, like, how about, yeah, I'm a 30-year-old man pretending to be a 14-year-old boy. I post music covers on my social media from time to time. Here's my social media on the screen. Here's a link. Maybe put a link in the fucking description at least. Sorry. Sorry for bumping the mic right there. But holy shit, dude. I'm getting way too heated already. It's only like a fourth of the way in. The worst is yet to come. Around like the 3-minute mark, I think, is when the worst comes. So brace yourselves.
I started my acting career not long ago, back in 2013. My love for acting began when I saw my first film, Spider-Man, and this film left such a big impression on me that I decided to become an actor right away. My acting debut was as young Charles in the independent film Aftermath, and that same year I appeared in my second film, The Resurrection. Fast forward a few years, and a show that you might have heard of, called Stranger Things.
Might have heard of it. Maybe you've heard of it or something like that. Yeah, you might have heard of it. Maybe you've heard of it or something. You could have possibly heard of it. Definitely not every single fucking person on the internet has heard of this show. Definitely not. Maybe you've heard of it. Maybe you've heard of it.
Gave me my big break. I play the character of Mike Wheeler on the Supernatural show, and funny enough, I actually auditioned for the role via video when I was sick in bed. Little did I know that that role would change my life. I even managed to earn a Screen Actors Guild Award as part of the cast for outstanding performance by an ensemble in a drama series. Netflix renewed the show for a second season, lucky for us, and I cannot wait for you to see what we have in store coming this Halloween. I recently made a film.
It's actually not coming this Halloween. It came on October 27th. Actually, 4 days before Halloween. 4 days? Yeah. 4 days or 5 days? 4 days. 4 days before Halloween. Didn't come, it's not on Halloween. Okay. Well, this may seem like a silly little bit that I'm doing right now. Pay close attention to this, the difference between this and how he gets a simple fact completely incorrect, and the weird sense of detail that comes in a future picture. I'll let you know when that picture starts. They start drawing that picture, and you can you can maybe stop zoning out right now, but you can really focus on this certain one that's coming up. So let's keep going.
Film debut in the film It, where I starred as Richie Tozier. The film is an adaptation of Stephen King's novel of the same name and is a super scary movie.
Super scary movie. Gotta admire the dedication this guy's putting into playing Finn Wolfhard, right? You gotta admire his dedication to playing this role. He really seems into it, you know? Well, let's go deeper.
Despite the fact that I was in the film, I have a massive fear of clowns in real life. Ironic, right? I've had a lot of luck with...
It's really ironic that I actually have a fear of clowns, and I was playing a character with a fear of clowns in a movie. Pretty ironic, right?
Horror-themed films, actually. I'd love to do more comedy, but what I'd really love to do more of is actually... Ironic, right? I've had a lot of luck with horror-themed films, actually. I'd love to do...
Okay, so besides this is the only time he mentions he's had a lot of luck with horror-themed movies, and I don't think the voice actor has really grasped that fact very much because he just sort of grazed over it. You know, he didn't list any of the others off. That's the only one I can think of is It. Maybe that other one he mentioned. Has he mentioned that yet? I don't know. I've watched this video a couple times already, but might have been a horror movie. Let's keep going. Pay attention to the increase in detail that's about to happen. Get ready. See if you can mark the exact second where that increase happens.
Do more comedy, but what I'd really love to do more of is an indie drama, like maybe an intense indie road trip movie. That would be awesome.
Okay, for me, this sort of marks the point where he starts getting maybe a little too into this character, a little too late that it starts to seem a little weird when you see the next picture that they draw. He says this weird phrase that it's not really a weird phrase. It's just sort of strange hearing it coming from the mouth of a guy so much older than Finn, and such a weirdly specific detail. I'd like to be in an indie road trip film. I don't know if Finn's ever said that. I don't know if he's ever ever said that to anybody. I don't know if they just put that in there. Weird thing for a voice actor to add, right? It's about to get weirder.
I have become really close friends with my co-stars from Stranger Things, including Millie Bobby Brown, and especially Gaiden, who plays Dustin.
Okay, this is the picture. Now, it's probably not the 100% clear what they're drawing right here. Probably a little bit clearer who. This is Finn, and this is Millie. Finn is 14, as I've said before. Millie is 13. So keep that in mind while I'll just let you listen to this whole thing, and then we'll come back on it.
Millie's British, and I'm Canadian, and in my opinion, those are the two combinations of nice people, so we have great chemistry. It's a good job that me and Millie do get along so well, as we have to film a few romantic scenes on Stranger Things, and it could have got a bit awkward otherwise. For our kissing scene, we kissed on the first cut, and Millie jumped up straight afterwards yelling, "Kissing sucks!" It was so funny because I was her first kiss, but we were definitely more comfortable with it than anyone else would have been.
Okay, so let's go back to the start of that. First of all, the picture marks a bit of a weird aspect of this video. This picture is depicting Finn Wolfhard and Millie Bobby Brown in a sort of a mildly romantic position, I'd say. It kind of looks like her head is sort of resting on his shoulder, maybe. That's as shown by his head sort of tilting a little bit. Which is kind of a weird thing to draw in general for what looks like, at least the voice actors, it's 30-year-old man. I sound like Leafy, but where do I start? Okay, the picture is just weird. Picture's creepy to draw, strange. Wink, wink. It fucking punches you in the face twice. Get it? Because it's like wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But instead of a nudge, I'm punching you because punches are more extreme than nudges, and this point is a very extreme, obvious point that I'm trying to point out. Isn't that a funny joke? Let's start from the start.
Actually, Gaiden, who plays Dustin. Millie's British, and I'm Canadian, and in my opinion, those are the two combinations of nice people, so we have great chemistry.
Okay, well, I don't know what sentence he just vocalized right there. In my opinion, those are the two combinations of nice people. I want to reread the script on that. So we have great chemistry because we're the two combinations of nice people. In my opinion. In the opinion of Finn Wolfhard. No, actually in the opinion of a 30-year-old man. Not Finn Wolfhard. But maybe it's Finn, I don't know. Maybe he said that before. Kind of a weird little detail. Two combinations of nice people. Two combinations? Wouldn't that be 4 people total? Sorry. But, yeah, just a little bit of a quirk in the script. Probably not the voice actor's fault. But what's about to come up that you've already heard is the voice actor's fault. Especially, it might not be, but the way he inflects it and the way just he vocalizes this in sort of an energetic way kind of comes off a little strange. So, here we go.
It's a good job that me and Millie do get along so well, as we have to film a few romantic scenes on Stranger Things.
Okay. Notice how he sort of says that in kind of a flirtatious kind of a... We had to film a few romantic scenes on Stranger Things kind of way. That's really weird for this guy to be talking as a 14-year-old boy about a 13-year-old girl. Really weird. But the things he says next are really what sells it, that this is just not okay.
And it could have got a bit awkward otherwise.
Yeah. Listen to this very carefully.
Romantic scenes on Stranger Things.
Here it comes.
And it could have got a bit awkward otherwise.
Okay, listen to that last part. He says, and it could have gotten a bit awkward otherwise. Huh. So, that little marks sort of the turning point. Not really the turning point. The turning point came a while ago. Just sort of, he's like there. He's in the home stretch. He's past home plate. He's in the dugout. He's in his household celebrating the World Series win at this point. Okay? He's with his kids. Okay? He's drinking like champagne, celebrating this with the team and his kids at this point. He's like the next day, and he's still like really happy that he won the World Series at this point. This person just talked about how if it hadn't been just him, as Finn Wolfhard, of course, him and this 13-year-old girl kissing, it might have been a little awkward. Now, this is honestly one of the more disturbing things, because it shows how much this guy puts himself in Finn's shoes and how dedicated he is of a voice actor. Give this guy a hey. But no, because think back to when he was talking about other facts about Finn, when he was talking about horror movies. He's had a lot of success with horror movies. He's only mentioned one horror movie that he was in, so he just skimmed over that. And even in the beginning of this scene, he just says, I've grown especially close to the cast members, especially Millie and Gaten, and especially Gaten. When he says especially Gaten, that's just it of that entire thing. Gaten's gone. Gaten's not there anymore. He's out of the scene. Why? Especially Gaten? Gaten's out of here. Literally the only time he says him in the entire thing. He seems a little more fixated on the whole thing with Millie. And that's very evident with this especially, because he's putting himself completely in the shoes of Finn. And he is completely just becoming Finn and just becoming a 14-year-old boy who kissed a 13-year-old girl. And it wasn't awkward. You know, if it had been anybody else, it would have been awkward. It was us though. It was me, Finn Wolfhard. Just kidding. I'm actually a 30-year-old man. It was me and this 13-year-old girl, Millie, who kissed. It would have been awkward if it was anybody else. That's very disturbing to hear, especially with the lack of inflection he's put into this entire thing so far. That's kind of disturbing to see it coming out right here. Kind of a weird thing to do, but let's keep going.
For our kissing scene, we kissed on the first cut, and Millie jumped up straight afterwards yelling, "Kissing sucks!" It was so funny because that was her first kiss, but we were definitely more comfortable with it than anyone else would have been.
Okay, so now he's going into it again that, you know, he's so comfortable with kissing this 13-year-old girl. Yeah, you know, I'm way more comfortable with it than anybody else. And again, I have to give like a disclaimer. He's not as himself, he's as Finn, but he's bringing out that inflection and that tone of really becoming Finn right now. And I mean, the only other time he's really shown this kind of inflection is the weird blood thing, which was another issue I had. But like, dude, come on. Don't either do it the entire time, then this would be maybe okay. Or don't do it the entire time, which would be way better than saying, you know, it would have been awkward if it was anybody else. It's really, Oh, jeez. And you know, the way he talks is not like Finn Wolfhard would talk. He's talking like a 30-year-old man. Listen to this. Just listen to this very carefully.
Was her first kiss, but kissing sucks. It was so funny because I was her first kiss.
He's talking in a demeaning way that only adults talk to, that only adults talk in. And he's supposed to be Finn Wolfhard. He's talking in a very demeaning, sort of patronizing way to the audience, which I don't like in general, but in this case it's kind of a little bit worse because he's as Finn Wolfhard, who definitely doesn't talk that way, and he's talking about this specific thing. It really seems like he becomes less Finn Wolfhard and more a 30-year-old man excited that he is Finn Wolfhard or something, or that he did this. Now, to clear this up. I don't think this guy is a predator of any sort. I just think that it's a little weird. I think it needs to be addressed. Let's keep going, I guess. Oh, jeez. Yeah, really weird how he's putting himself just completely, like, this is the point. This is when he's really Finn. Like, a little bit strange, and he's really not talking like Finn. He's talking like a 30-year-old man.
But we were definitely more comfortable with it than anyone else would have been. I would one day love to release an EP, and although I love acting, I'd also love to possibly direct one day too. Although I've been involved with a lot of scary movies, I get anxious watching scary movies in the movie theater. My dad is a screenwriter, so it's cool that I'm involved in the film industry now too. I was featured in Pup's music video for Guilt Trip back in 2014. Thanks for watching my drama.
Okay, you probably weren't expecting the video to just end like that. Neither was I when I first watched this. Like, just, oh, hey, by the way, I was in this music video. Hey, did you like my Draw My Life? And also, there's a Millie one too. I don't know, I might have to cover that. But listen to the detail that he loses in this part. This specific thing. This detail right here that he should have gotten completely easily, that it's just a completely easy detail that he just messes up completely.
Although I've been involved with a lot of scary movies, I get anxious watching scary movies in the movie theater.
Okay, so while I've been involved with a lot of scary movies, okay, no, you mentioned earlier that you have a lot of success with horror movies, but you only mentioned like 3 movies that you've been in. One was It, that's one scary movie. The others were, I don't know if they're scary or not, but that's 3 max. And the odds are low that that's the case, so 2 or 3 max. Like, that's not, first of all, that's not a lot of scary movies. And second of all, why did he get that such an easy detail wrong? Why isn't he giving the care that he put into the detail that he put into the Millie scene into this? I mean, this is like 20 seconds. That was like 20 seconds. And in that, it was one specific thing, and he had like just filled it with detail. I mean, filled it for him, but filled it with detail comparatively to the rest of the video. And this just, there's so much random stuff just packed in there. And this just wrong fact. And at least, I mean, maybe he has been involved with a lot of scary movies. If so, why didn't you mention any others? Let's finish this out.
My dad is a screenwriter, so it's cool that I'm involved in the film industry now too. I was featured in Pup's music video for Guilt Trip back in 2014. Thanks for watching my Draw My Life. If you liked mine, then check out Millie Bobby Brown too. And please don't forget to like and subscribe.
Okay. Okay, let's listen. Whoever made this, if you're watching this, here's a tip. Get a voice actor the age of the person who you're supposed to be portraying. This would be 100,000% less creepy if it was a person that's the age of the person you're trying to portraying him. Or at least get a voice actor who can do that voice. Like, get a Canadian 14-year-old. I'm pretty sure there's plenty of Canadian 14-year-old voice actors out there for you to get. Maybe they didn't have the budget. I don't know. It's just really creepy, really weird, really strange. Stranger Things. Something about it's just off to me. Maybe you can chime in the comments. What do you think about this? Now that that's been said, there really isn't that much more to say, so I'll see you guys in the next video, next episode of Tom Talks About Controversy and Creepy People Making Videos About 14-year-olds Kissing 13-year-olds on the internet. Next episode coming soon. See you guys later. Hopefully you like this. See ya. Bye-bye.